You know, it was one of those days kids just kept making plays. It really was unbelievable. It was a tale of two halves. In the first half, our offense was just, the way they were executing was as good as I've seen us. And with like literally game day adjustments, having to move Chris everywhere because Willie was supposed to be here and he couldn't be here. And we had a little bit of difficulty with some of those freshmen out there, but pretty much Jamel Mackay got lined up close enough, and our quarterback's just really, really different. And those catches Chris made, and you come out and we dropped the ball on the comeback, and JJ didn't even blink. He just kept making plays. So I would say the offensive execution in the first half was incredible, and our defense, which has pretty much been all year, we had the defensive pass interference penalty on the interception. Then you have, that was one touchdown, and then you had Danye, he hit Seth when he was going into a slide, which is now 2 weeks in a row, and that's a tough one, man. They're trying their best to protect those quarterbacks, the officials are, and so that was tough. So that was 14 points, so it wasn't as bad as you think it is because it's on the board, but we just calmed our kids down at halftime, and the halves flipped, really. Our defense had no penalties in the second half. They didn't have any of that going on, and I think we might have stopped them 7 or 8 possessions in a row, except for the two-minute drives. And our offense, I would say, was just good enough in the second half. We couldn't get the running game going again, and they started playing a lot of loaded coverage to us, and we ended up just trying to stick it up in there, and we did just enough to run the ball to get out of here with a win, and really happy for my kids.
Jeff, what kind of relief is in that locker room after a win like this? It's the first win against a top 25 team, and pretty big win for the Roadrunners today.
Yeah, I know y'all get tired of all my same answers I always give, but I mean, our kids don't even, we don't even think like that. Like, we think we should be there. Like, we think that should be us, right? We're really happy. We've been disappointed quite a bit this year, but we didn't see it as we were shocking the world or upset alert. We never even talked about it that way. We just talked about the plan, and we stuck to it and just kept chipping away. And but yes, we're thrilled. We broke some school records today. Jamal Ligon became the all-time leading tackler in the history of the school. Chris Carpenter, back-to-back 100-yard receiving. That's 2 games in a row where Chris is just, and he had 2 huge punt returns that changed momentum. And Tate Sandell, 54-yard field goal, new school record. And that was pretty cool when he bounced in the 60-yard, I think however long it was, and they did a good job of freezing him there and putting their guy out there.
Jeff, what is it about playing in the Alamo Dome that brings the best out of these guys, and how did you see the environment kind of impact the team today?
Yeah, those 20,000 people that were here. I mean, they're the 20,000 that were here probably 14 years ago when y'all started y'all's program. They're the 20,000 that'll be here when this thing's 100 years old. They're your real fans, right? Those are the people that are always here, and you can count on them. It's small things, like when you're driving in this morning at 8 o'clock and there's 100 people out in the rain, with their birds up, wearing their UTSA gear. And those things are huge for players, and they're unbelievably uplifting to young men. They're 18 to 23 years old. They know how they disappointed the city. But it's those 20,000, and I mean it. That's in the band. Sosa is incredible. They have really learned when to play and how to be loud. I think the presentation we do at home now has become really good. I mean, I think there's good timing, and when we talk up there and describing what's going on to the crowd, we've kind of learned the vibe. And I know if you are thinking, well, you got to make them more mentally tough when you're on the road. Yes, I agree. We've got to figure that out. And I know y'all tired of hearing all my stuff. When the season started, I wanted this young offense to have some home games early in the year, and I didn't get my wish. We got a whole month of playing at home. Where the young offense has learned how to get good on the road, and I just wish we'd had the confidence. I really feel strongly we should have been 6-2 and playing those guys today, and it'd be like 40,000 people in here, and we didn't get that done because of those road games.
What did it mean with the amount of injuries at receiver and to Oscar to see the rest of the tight ends step up with 4 touchdowns today?
Yeah, that's just Oscar. He had his surgery yesterday, and they all hurt, right? And Kai's injury, JT, Oscar, Ken. I mean, I could go through the list of them. Venley, those are all conference players that have helped us. Joe Evans, that have helped us win like conference championships, that have been model citizens for this place. And those hurt, but he has done it. Leroy, started it, passed it to Oscar, the baton, and Oscar's passing it on down. Some really good young tight ends, and Dan and Patrick and Houston, and Oscar would expect nothing else. He really wouldn't. I'm excited because we get some relief coming back, right? We should be getting McEwen back. Willie's going to be back. Amador's getting healthy. It'll be nice to see the receiver room out there, get those running backs back healed up. I got to take care of my kids this week and see if we can put together another November to remember.
Coach, 0 for Memphis. The receiver had a pretty big first half. Looked like he got injured on the touchdown celebration, I think. How much did that change how you attacked them defensively in the second half without him out there?
I still saw him out there. I don't know, maybe it was just a few plays he was out there. I still saw him. We knew he was gimped up, though. There's no doubt. And so, yeah, we knew they were hobbled, but I do. Are you sure he didn't play at all? I thought I saw him out there some in the second half. Okay, well, I'll have to check with my defensive guys, but I just remember thinking he was done because I saw the same play you did. And then I saw him in the slot, and he was moving pretty good, so I thought he must have. I wasn't for sure how much he played in the second half, to be honest with you. I thought I saw him out there.
Jeff, your defense has given up some big plays this season. What did it mean for them to kind of shut a pretty good Memphis defense down in the middle of the game?
Yeah, we gave up a ton of big plays again. I think Seth threw for about 450. So we just got to get better, JJ. I mean, in the end, like at least they were contested, and we were there, and there were some unbelievable catches. Early, they got my freshman a couple times. He got him on a post corner. They got him on a heck of a throw by Seth, and but he played well. He made some good tackles. Really happy for him. Yeah, that's a good football team. I say it every week. It's hard to win college football games. And as long as we've been here together, there's been some revisionist history written. We've just won all these close games, and this year we've lost our share of close games, right? So it's sort of the difference between a play or two every week, and that's pretty much what college football is now.
Jeff, how do you describe the growth you've seen from Owen McCown this season? It's the second straight huge game for him.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't perfect tonight, but, I mean, he's really good. I mean, you can tell what you're watching. He's different. He's just special. And I joked with the defensive coaches when he threw one of those amazing throws. I'm like, you do know the reason I'm in this chair right now because I got to coach his father and his uncles as well, and I got to watch that in high school for about a decade. And those kids it's just who they are. It's the person, the people they are, their IQ, their character, their love for other people, how they serve people. And the Lord just also gave them a lot of talent, and they understand how to play the quarterback position. And he won't say any of that when he walks in here. All he's going to talk about is his teammates and his O-line, and that's just who the kid is. So, but, yeah, he is maturing right in front of our eyes. Even the incompletions tonight, he threw some dimes now. That post he threw to Chris down there, he made some unbelievable plays tonight.
Was it meaningful to see Jamarius Lewis come up with an interception in his first start, stepping in for Ken Robinson?
He's such a good boy. I mean, if you knew Jamarius, you would love him. I mean, he's a really neat kid. I was happy for him. I really was. It was a huge play, and I don't think we did a real good job offensively of getting much out of that thing. We didn't get much clock run off or points, I don't think. But I was really happy for Jamarius.
Jeff, your post-game interview on the field on ESPN seemed a little emotional. Why does this one mean so much to the Roadrunners?
Oh, I don't think I was that emotional, JJ. I'm having a grandchild. I was making a national announcement that Mickey Jacob Trader's going to be here in a few days. So that's probably what I was thinking. I'm really thrilled for my kids, and like I'm a softy. I mean, those 100 people that are out there in the rain today. You want to take a picture of all of them and write them a personal letter. I mean, you really do, because those are the people in life, man. They're not. Those are the ones that matter. It's those kind of people that hang in there with you no matter what. And I'm not saying we deserve any of that, but those guys are out there today. You always think about the people that call you during the week, that they know they've got your back no matter what happens, and because you want them to feel good. Because people like that hurt like I hurt. They know how my team hurts. And as frustrated as we all are, they hurt for the kids. They hurt for me. They hurt for the program. They hate for UTSA. And that's where my mind always goes. I'm a big boy. I've told you, I've been doing this a long time. I got 250 people at the Booster Club meeting every Wednesday in Gilmer, Texas, griping a coach out for only winning 50-7. Should have been 50-0. So I've been through this before. But the kids, your administration, the people that back you, your boosters, your fans, you just hurt for them because you know, and I know how loyal people have been to me and how much they've helped me since I've been here. And you want to please them. You just want to please them. So that's where that always comes from. Thank y'all. God bless. Birds up.
Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you, President Amy. I'll never tell you I think we're going to get beat by 100 again.
Have you been in here before?
Hi, Chris.
So,
Chris, what are the emotions like coming away with a big win like this today as a team?
I feel like it means a lot. I feel like as a team, like it coming off the loss that we had last week, it meant a lot to us to get this one with a ranked team coming in town, and I mean just putting everything together as a team. So
You guys have faced a lot of adversity this year, especially with the injuries. How does that add to the emotions of being able to put together a game like this?
I mean, it's a lot of emotion that goes into it, just because it's like a next man up mentality, and everybody just had to step up and just take responsibility in their role. So.
You guys had a pretty big passing game through the air. What were the big keys to that for you?
O-lineman just staying strong up front, and I mean, just continue to do what the tight ends and receivers do.
Can you describe your connection with Owen?
I mean, we've known each other for a long time, and we've thrown over the summer, and whenever we have time off, just taking as many reps as we can. So I mean, I feel like we have a pretty strong bond.
How do you think he played? It seems like he's had 2 really good games in a row here.
Yeah, he has been. I mean, like I said in an interview like last week, he gets better every week, stronger and stronger, smarter and smarter. So I mean, just stacking days, taking it week by week.
What was it like in the locker room? Was it a sense of relief, or how did you guys feel after this?
It was a party in the locker room. I mean, we were lit. I mean, that like honestly meant a lot to us. Getting the win, especially against Memphis.
You guys got 4 touchdowns from tight ends today. Was there something that you guys found in the defense that allowed that to work, or why was that an effective outlet?
I mean, no, not necessarily. I mean, just playing our game and just allowing the line to hold up. So.
What was your take watching the defense kind of shut down Memphis kind of in the middle of the game there?
The defense played lights out all game and giving me opportunities to get on per return and give us yards to get in the end zone when we came on offense. So thanks to the defense, it played lights out.
You guys have been so good at home basically the whole time you've been here. What are the big keys to that? Why is that such a successful thing for you guys?
I'll say just the energy and like the energy that the fans bring to us, and just like, I mean, playing at home is in comparison to anything. So I mean, no weather, so it's good. Thank you.
Good job, Chris.
Appreciate it.
Owen, what is it? Was it a party in the locker room, like Chris said? What was that like?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Tons of energy. A bunch of recruits in there, so we try to make some room, but guys were excited for sure.
What were the keys today against this Memphis team?
Yeah, I think, a big message this week, and it showed last week, was, every play matters. I think, in our heartbreaking loss last week, those early quarters, we had some plays that we didn't execute, and it came back to bite us. So really, that was the message this week, and I thought we did that for the most part.
How did the offensive line play today for you?
Yeah, played great. Their defense, they like to only rush 3, so it gives me a lot of time to survey the field. Receivers did a great job getting open. I thought everyone executed for the most part.
Owen, first game without Oscar, and the tight ends come up with 4 touchdowns. What was the key to getting that group going?
Yeah, I think from top to bottom, that's our deepest group on the team, and I think we lose big Oscar like that. This whole week he's been pouring into those young guys, and they really stepped up, and it showed today.
Yeah, can you say more about that? What has Oscar's sort of involvement in the team been like? It sounded like he was getting those guys going.
Yeah, just this whole week, you see it, after plays, they're Houston and Oscar talking, and, they're just talking about, Oscar's giving him keys on what to do, and he's doing that really with the whole group, and his leadership's really shown this week.
This is the second straight 4-touchdown game for you. What sort of continued improvement do you see in yourself as the season goes along?
Yeah, you know, my job is just to execute the offense. I feel like, you know, I am growing this year, but like I said, that's the standard, and that's what we're supposed to do.
Oh, and what is it on those big plays with your connection with Chris? It seems like you guys got a connection there.
Yeah, you know, Chris is somebody I've known my whole life. So we've thrown, you know, all those deep balls. We've like I said, we've thrown them my whole life. So to see that happen these past couple of weeks is really special for us.
Can you try to put into words what this win means to the team? You guys have had kind of 3 brutal losses the last month or so.
Yeah, I just think it shows our resilience. You know, it starts from the top, the seniors, man. For them to, you know, have the losses the way they happen, and for every day to come back and have energy and leadership every practice. It really shows, you know, our program and the character that each one of us has for sure. Appreciate it.
Good win, Owen.
Jamal, what did you see in this matchup against Memphis today that had that defense kind of keyed in?
Man, just the opportunity to stop a team that's good at running the ball and that's good at what they're trying to accomplish.
Did you guys? I think there was a stretch where the defense stopped Memphis 9 straight possessions. What does that mean to that unit after, you know, you guys have given up some big plays this season?
Man, that we're capable. Like when we all doing our job, when we not in man, we capable of being a great defense and capable of being a great team.
Was there something you guys had to change or adjust to have that level of success after Memphis got some scores early?
Can you repeat that?
Memphis scored on their first couple of drives, and then you guys shut them down. I was just wondering if there's anything you changed to lead to that result.
I wouldn't say we changed anything necessarily. I would say, like, for the penalties, we stressed that we need to chill on the penalties, and we just kept saying it, like reminding each other, like, let's be smart, be smart, be smart. And I feel like that helped us win today.
With the amount of adversity this team has faced this year, how does that add to the emotions of getting a win like this?
Man, it feels great, especially going into a bye week next week. Feels good.
What did it mean to you to become the program's all-time tackles leader?
Man, it's amazing. I told Rashad last year, I said it won't be long. I'm coming. And, man, it's a humbling feeling. It's a blessing.
Did you know when it happened in the game? Were you kind of like keeping count in your head, or?
My mom, she had called me, and she was like, you did it, you did it. I said, I did it? I'm like, yeah, all right.
And you guys have had a lot of success at home for as long as you've been here. What is it about this environment that brings the best out of this team?
Man, I wish I had the answer. I don't know. I wish we played like this all the time. But I say the fans, man, like just being in the dome, like even if it's not a lot of people here, like you gonna hear the fans. So
Jamal, it's been a rough month for you guys before this game. What does this mean? What does this win mean to the players?
Man, it definitely helps with like our confidence, because it's not that we were not capable of closing the games and that we lost, and it was just the little mistakes like the MAs, man, like the penalties. Like it's just good that it's all coming together. Like we kind of seeing it that we can.
What was your view of the offensive play today, and specifically Owen McCown? He looked like he was pretty good today.
Yeah, that boy was balling. He was balling today, for sure. And he had like 3 tugs in the first half, so he was balling. Appreciate y'all.
Kyle, is that it? Yeah.